In today's video, I'm going to do a run through using the Studio application, showing you the various functions, how to submit an asset, how to put your assets into folders, using the assets and creating a layout and sending that layout to print. There will be various other functions shown along the way, but let's get started. Now, the Studio application can be opened from any Serendipity client window by accessing the application menu and the Studio option. This is the Studio interface. Now mine is slightly different because any fresh, never used before Studio applications will have the box properties option as a floating box properties. What this does is it turns the box properties into this floating window here, accessed via the icon in the toolbar. I normally have this in a fixed location here on the left-hand panel, so I remove the option. Doesn't matter if you have a preference, just remember if I'm referring to the box properties at all, it is this section here, or it is the floating box properties that you pop up. Now, first step will be to add some assets for use in the Studio application. I'm on a Windows machine, so I will go to my File Explorer and find the files that I want to use. If you're on a Mac, please use your Finder window and navigate to where the files are that you would like to import. You can select singles or multiples, it doesn't matter. When you are ready, right-click and select Submit Asset Serendipity Client. On a Mac machine, it will be in a slightly different location in the right-click menu, but the option is the same. It is Submit Asset Serendipity Client. When you're ready, choose this option and it will automatically send the files to the client for processing as assets, and when they are done, you will see them appear in the Studio preview panel here, which will show you all of your available assets. Okay, once that's done, I would like to put my files here into a folder so I don't get them mixed up with any others that I may import during this session. So I will show you there are two ways that you can do this. You can select all, right click, new folder with selection, give it a name, and it will automatically create the folder and put your files inside it. Now, double clicking will let you go in and out of the folder. The other option is to right click here and say new folder, and after that you would select the files you want, right click, move to folder and select the folder you want to move them to. You can remove a folder at any time by selecting it, right clicking and remove folder. This will not delete the assets that are inside the folder, it will just move them to the top level. So you could then put them in another location, or you can remove them entirely. I'm just going to move these into the folder so we're ready to go. In order to start doing a layout, the first way I'm going to show you is by using a template that's already been made previously. I'm going to import the template set that was saved previously by going to the Studio menu, Import Templates, and navigate to the file where my template is. It's here, and open, and this will add any existing templates that have been made before and exported from Studio into Studio for me to use. Once that's done, just dismiss the notifier, go to the Studio menu, load template. This will open up a pop-up window that shows any templates that currently exist, and clicking on those templates will show you a preview. This is the BMW template that I'm going to use with my BMW images, so I'm going to say OK and load this. You can see here when a template is imported, all of the settings for the frames, positions, sizing, any text boxes that were created, any additional frames that were added in are all saved, and the media that it was created on is also saved. The media settings here are used to display a mock-up of the paper size that you're printing on or outputting to in the layout area. So when you place any frames or assets in here, you can tell at a glance if you're going to be outside of your printable area or if you need to reposition anything. So the BMW layout here that I'm doing using this template is going to look like this when it's finished. So you can see each box here has a particular image placed into it. The Serendipity logo goes up here in this one here, and the main image in here. So to get started, once you select the folder that has the images in it, and we will start by selecting the large image and dragging it and dropping it into this main frame here. Next is the Serendipity software logo. To select it, drag and drop into the top box up here. Now I'll just show you, I'll undo that step and I will just show you what can happen if you're at a lower zoom level and you're trying to drop something into a small box. Sometimes it can be quite hard to find it and it just won't do it, or it will drop it outside of the box, which isn't what you want. The best thing to do in this case, if you have a small screen or if you are just having problems dropping into the box, is to zoom in, which you can do with the zoom toolbar icon here, which will zoom in as far as you want. Select the asset, drag and make sure you're hovering over the empty box or the empty frame and release the mouse. That should place it into the box without any problems. Now I will just continue dragging, dropping, dragging, and dropping my images. This one here is a pre-made text file, so I'm going to drag and drop that into the bottom here. Now that all looks like it's good. Confirm, that's what it's supposed to look like. Now the job is ready to be sent for printing or output. I'm going to select the print icon here in the toolbar. It's also available in the studio menu at the top. So if you select print, the submit dialog box will appear and you can select your page setup, media and job ticket combination. I will be outputting to a file so I can have a quick look at this without having to wait for a print. And I will give it a name. As it's a studio job, I can give it a job name here and submit the file. This will be sent to my job queue for processing, as you can see here, and I'll just wait for it to finish and then I'll have a look at the output file. Okay, now that the file has finished and output, I can look at the printed preview here from the jobs queue, which will open up the output file in the softproof window, or alternatively I can go to the actual location of the file that was output and open up by right clicking preview Serendipity client, which will open up the output file into my softproof window. And I can confirm that everything looks fantastic. If you continue watching this series of studio videos, I will show you in part 2 how we can create this particular template and layout in the studio application.